When a wave of channels gets demonetized in a short period, like what many creators noticed around March 2026, it doesn't happen randomly. It feels sudden from the outside, but inside the platform it's usually the result of systems tightening, policies being enforced more strictly, and patterns finally catching up to channels that were already on the edge. And this is exactly where most creators misunderstand what demonetization really means. They think it's a punishment that appears out of nowhere. In reality, it's often a delayed reaction to signals that have been building for weeks or even months. The first thing to understand is that YouTube doesn't just look at one video. It evaluates your entire channel. That includes your content style, your consistency, your originality, your audience behavior, and how advertisers might feel about being placed next to your videos. When many channels get demonetized at once, it usually means the platform has updated or reinforced how it detects certain patterns. This can include reused content, low-value repetition, misleading packaging, or content that doesn't add enough original commentary or transformation. A major reason behind sudden demonetization waves is reused or mass-produced content. Many small channels try to grow quickly by using clips, stock footage, AI-generated visuals, or content that looks very similar to what already exists. The problem is not using these tools. The problem is when the content doesn't feel original or meaningful. If multiple channels are producing nearly identical videos with slight variations, the system starts recognizing that pattern, and when that recognition reaches a certain threshold, enforcement becomes stronger and more widespread. Another factor is automation without creativity. In recent months, more creators started using AI tools to generate scripts, voices, and visuals at scale. Again, the issue is not the tools themselves. It's how they're used. Channels that rely completely on automation without adding personality, insight, or unique value often content that feels generic. When viewers don't engage deeply, and when the content doesn't stand out, it sends weak signals. Over time, those weak signals can contribute to demonetization, especially when combined with other risks. There's also the question of advertiser safety. YouTube's business depends heavily on advertisers, and advertisers care about where their ads appear. If a channel consistently covers topics that are sensitive, controversial, or borderline risky, it increases the chance of demonetization. Even if the content doesn't clearly break rules, being too close to those boundaries can trigger restrictions. When policies are updated or reviewed more strictly, many channels in those categories can be affected at once. Misleading titles and thumbnails are another hidden reason. Some creators focus heavily on getting clicks by using exaggerated or deceptive packaging. This might increase views in the short term, but it damages trust. When viewers click and quickly leave because the content doesn't match expectations, it creates negative signals. Over time, those signals can affect not just reach, but also monetization status. The platform wants content that satisfies viewers, not just attracts them. One more important factor is channel identity. Channels that jump between unrelated topics often struggle more during policy reviews. If your content lacks a clear direction, it becomes harder for the system to understand your audience and your value. Inconsistent channels can appear less trustworthy from both a viewer and advertiser perspective. During large-scale evaluations, these channels are more likely to be flagged. Now here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't talk about. Many channels that get demonetized were already showing warning signs: low audience retention, inconsistent engagement, repetitive content, or unclear value. The demonetization doesn't start the problem, it reveals it. And when enforcement becomes stricter, those hidden weaknesses become visible all at once. But this doesn't mean growth is impossible. In fact, it shows exactly what the platform is moving toward. YouTube is prioritizing originality, clarity, and real value more than ever before. Channels that focus on strong ideas, meaningful content, and genuine audience connection are not only safer, they are also more likely to grow faster. If you want to protect your channel, start by asking simple but powerful questions. Does your content add something new? Would someone recognize your videos as uniquely yours? Are viewers actually watching and engaging, or just clicking and leaving? Are you building a clear direction, or just posting randomly? These questions matter more than any shortcut. Consistency also needs to be redefined. It's not just about uploading frequently. It's about consistently delivering value. Even one strong, original video can do more for your channel than multiple low-effort uploads. Quality signals compound over time, just like weak signals do. Another smart move is to review your existing content. Look for patterns. Are your videos too similar to each other? Do they rely on the same format without variation? Are they truly helpful, entertaining, or insightful? Small improvements in these areas can significantly reduce risk and improve performance. At the end of the day, waves of demonetization are not random events. They are signals. Signals that the platform is evolving, tightening standards, and rewarding a higher level of creativity and authenticity. The creators who adapt to these changes don't just survive. They build stronger channels that are more stable in the long run. So instead of asking why so many channels got demonetized in March 2026, ask a better question. What is the platform trying to encourage now? Because the answer to that question is where real growth begins.